I'm Laura with Hot Fan Media, and today I'm going to be working on a clock spring issue with this 2013 Toyota Prius C. Let's get to it. Okay, so when working with any airbag issue, it is imperative that the battery be disconnected. Battery on the Prius C is here underneath the passenger rear seat, but on most Prius vehicles, it's going to be in the trunk on this side where the spare tire is. We just have two little plastic snaps to pry out. And we're going to remove this trim piece. Got some little snaps here, so be careful not to break them. Set that aside. Your positive is on this side and your negative is on this side. You're going to want to remove your negative, not your positive, because it's a little bit easier to get to the negative. Once you've got it off, you're just going to want to lay it off to the side. Once the battery is disconnected, it's a good rule of thumb to wait about 5 to 15 minutes before unplugging any airbags. And the airbag that we're about to unplug is very easy to get to. So we can go ahead and start the process to pull it out, but I'm going to make sure that we wait a few minutes before we actually unplug it. The first piece that we're going to pry out is this one. Just going to set that aside. And we've got this one right here, and then on both sides that exposes these metal clips right here, and it's going to push that middle clip out of its retainer, and then you can just wiggle it out from that side, and we're going to do it on the other side too. It's exactly the same, and that's it. So most of these Prius models have this style of retainer for the airbag, but some have bolts instead of clips. I'm not sure which models differ, but I'm pretty sure all the Prius models have these same clips, and this is what it looks like on the other side. This is actually what you're prying right here. So they're just metal retainer clips. And this is your airbag. And this is what we want to be most careful of, even with the battery off. Any sort of drop or fall could encourage a deployment, so just something to be very careful with. That is your lock clip. Just going to pop both of those up and then carefully pry both of these out. And it has a grounding cable right there, and it actually has a safety right here, so you're going to want to push that back and pry out. You're not going to be able to get it out without pushing this clip back. And then we're just going to set it somewhere safe and out of the way. With this orientation, you don't want to set it down upside down. With that finished, we need to remove these plastic trim pieces, but the interesting thing on this particular model is that you actually can't remove them until you've removed the wheel. On the other models, all you have to do is pry, and you can pry them off, but it's actually a lot easier to get them off and to put them back on with the steering wheel gone. So we're going to remove the steering wheel first. And it's a 19mm socket. It's a lot easier if you have help, but I generally don't have a second hand in the shop. So what you're going to want to do if you don't have help is to push down with this hand, and your other hand, and you're basically pushing against yourself. It's kind of difficult, but it's possible. You don't want to pull this off willy-nilly. We've got a lot of wires here that we don't want to get stuck, and we've also got some plastic pieces that stick through the steering wheel. So we have two clips to remove first, and that's going to be just these ones that are white. Before you pull your steering wheel off, you're going to want to mark where your steering wheel is, and you want to make sure that your tires are straight, because if you're replacing this sensor and it's brand new, it will be placed in the tire straight position. So you're just going to want to take a marker and mark just these two positions on the steering wheel so that you don't put it back on screwy. And then we're just going to carefully coax it out. and set it aside. Most of the Priuses that I've worked on don't have these Phillips head screws, but these do, and so you're going to want to make sure you put this trim piece on before you put your steering wheel back on. And then there's one other Phillips head where the lever to adjust the steering wheel is. Even if you're replacing this part, you want to try to keep it in the upright position. Sometimes it helps to push in right underneath where it snaps in and it comes out. I'm actually going to do this so I can move it. What was that? Oh, it was just a retainer clip. Your airbag clock spring, this is your airbag clock spring, and your steering angle sensor are actually all a part of the same assembly, and you're going to want to replace them as such. I don't know why, but there is a sticker on this piece that says to not remove the clock spring from the steering angle sensor. I'm not exactly sure why, but I feel like it's probably important. So the only thing holding the clock spring in are just these 3 snaps. So we're just going to lift up on the top one. You can do it with your fingers. And then lift with the bottom ones and just gently slide it out. I'm still plugged into something. Oh yeah, this one. This is your steering angle sensor. This is your clock spring. This clock spring goes for many of Toyota's models of mostly sedans, is what I believe, like Camry, Prius. And when you get your new part, even if you get it from the factory, you are going to want to verify the position of it. And it has this indent on it where it says 5 turns. That means in total, this clock spring has 5 turns, both to the right and to the left. And these 2 arrows line up to say where the middle is. So when your new part comes in, you're going to want to turn until you can't turn anymore counterclockwise. And you're just going to feel a little bit of resistance right there. And so you're going to stop. And then you do 2.5 turns back clockwise. So we're going to go 1, 2, and then that's your half turn. So that's how you're going to make sure that it's in the middle where it needs to be, or the sensor will be off when you put it back on. The arrows line up at the bottom. You can check it by going 1, by keeping going the other way 2, and then there should be just a half turn left. Yeah, just a half turn. Boom. So that was right. So that's your half turn. 1, 2. It really doesn't matter which way you test it, as long as you end up in the middle. I've already replaced this, but we pulled it back apart so that we could film this video. So this part is going to go back in, push it back into these clips, and the entire time you want to be very careful about keeping this in the middle. It doesn't have to be literally lined up within a millimeter of these arrows. It just needs to stay straight so that you can put the steering wheel back on. We're going to put our clips back in. Here we go. So they all made a nice, satisfying snap. Now we're going to put our trim pieces back on. It's very important that you do this before you put the steering wheel back on. Well, with the Prius, so yeah, these just snap down, and then we're going to put our screws back in. Going to bring our steering wheel back and just coax these wires through. And then try to line our steering wheel up exactly with our marks. And that looks exactly right. There's pretty large room between each tooth, which helps you know you're exactly in the right place. Just going to snap these in. and then put our bolt back on. I have a torque wrench set to 35 foot-pounds, and this is what we're going to use to make sure it's got the torque that it's supposed to have. We're just going to do the same thing that we did to get it off. There it is. I don't know if you can hear the click, but it's clicking. Now we're going to bring our airbag back in. When you're working with an airbag, you kind of work with it like you know it's going to deploy. So I've got my body angled away from it should it deploy, because I'm in an unnatural position. Whereas like if I was sitting in the seat with my seatbelt on, or you know, in the normal position somebody driving would be, it wouldn't do as much damage. But if I'm right here plugging it in and it deploys with my head a few inches away from it, chances of surviving that are very low. So you want to orient your head or any vital body parts away from the airbag before you plug it in. I'm just going to plug it in, make sure the lock snaps. So you're going to hear 2 clicks. And then we got our grounding clip, and that just slides on. It also makes a little clip, and you can try to pull it back out just to make sure that it clipped in. Now, all that's left is to push it in. You just give it a little bit of force, like you're honking the horn really, really aggressively. Then we're going to put our trim pieces back on. You want to stick them in pretty much the way they came out, because if you click this part in first, this might be sticking out on the other side. So you stick it in here and then you clip it in here. Okay. Clock spring has been installed, the airbag has been installed, it's all been put back together and torqued. We're going to put our battery back on. There we go. Make sure it seats down all the way. And then the cover goes back on. I'm going to line these clips up with their holes and just... Okay, so now we need to crank it, make sure the airbag light isn't on or has been cleared. Again, I'm going to orient my body away from the airbag. There's also an airbag that deploys here at your feet, so I'm not going to put my feet in. Oh, actually, with most Priuses, it's a push to start, so you'll have to put your foot in anyway, but it shouldn't be a problem. I'm just paranoid. So we're just going to watch the dash here. Oh, we've got stuff happening. And all the lights went off. So that means that we did our job well, everything's connected correctly, and we have a working, functioning clock spring. So that's it. We hope you enjoyed the video and maybe found it helpful. If you'd like to see more content like this, please leave us a like and subscribe. Maybe a suggestion of what issues you'd like to see us work on next. As always, I will be happy to answer any questions you have in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again in the shop.